At 2:18 a.m. on November 21, 1970, the quiet countryside outside Hanoi was shattered by the roar of American helicopters. The target was a North Vietnamese prison camp believed to hold American prisoners of war. In a move of calculated risk, the lead helicopter crash-landed directly inside the prison compound. Within seconds, nearly 6 elite Green Berets stormed the compound. To secure only 30 minutes on the ground, the Pentagon had spent months preparing the operation. SR-71 spy planes photographed the target again and again. A massive intelligence network watched Xa Tac for 6 months. But the rescue force was about to discover a devastating truth.
Negative items. I repeat, 0 items.
The prisoners were gone. Operation Ivory Coast had just become one of the most expensive intelligence failures of the war.
To understand why this raid happened, we must first understand the brutal arithmetic of the air war.
North Vietnam had built one of the densest air defense systems on Earth. American aircraft were falling from the sky at an alarming rate. Every loss meant another pilot dead, wounded, or captured. By late 1968, hundreds of American pilots had become prisoners of war.
What is the point of supersonic technology when we are locked in here like animals?
Many of these men were among the most experienced aviators in the American military.
Some had survived earlier wars, only to be captured again in Vietnam.
As prisoner numbers increased, North Vietnam faced overcrowding inside its detention system.
Dozens of prisoners were transferred to a remote facility at Xa Tac. Compared to other camps, Xa Tac offered fresh air and outdoor labor.
Maybe this place gives us a chance.
The prisoners secretly gave the camp a nickname. Let's call it the Camp of Hope.
Back in America, political pressure was mounting. A successful prisoner rescue could become a major political victory. Meanwhile, the prisoners devised ingenious ways to communicate with the outside world. One signal spelled 3 simple letters, SAR, search and rescue. Another signal formed a giant letter K, a military code meaning, "Come, get us now." The intelligence picture became clearer when a captured North Vietnamese soldier mentioned American pilots being held near a well at Xa Tac. Combined with aerial surveillance, the information convinced planners that the prisoners were still there.
The rescue operation was approved. Analysts estimated that 12,000 North Vietnamese troops could respond within 30 minutes.
That meant the rescue force would have only 26 minutes to complete the mission. To prepare, the military built an exact replica of the prison in Florida. Training began immediately. Again and again, they rehearsed every step. Every second mattered. The mission was repeated more than 170 times. Eventually, many could navigate the prison almost from memory. On paper, the plan appeared flawless. On the night of November 20th, the rescue force departed from Thailand. 103 American personnel were committed to the mission. The operation was now underway.
More than 100 aircraft participated in supporting roles.
A large diversionary bombing raid was launched near Haiphong. The objective was to distract and overwhelm enemy defenses. Meanwhile, the assault force slipped through Laotian valleys towards Son Tai.
Stay focused! We have one chance to get this right.
The prison was now only minutes away.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, flares lit up the target area. Then the flawless plan began to unravel. One assault element landed 400 meters south of the prison.
They had mistaken a civilian party school for the target.
Có chuyện gì vậy? Tiếng trực thăng ở đâu ra?
Within moments, gunfire erupted.
5 sleeping cadres were killed before the mistake was recognized. Wrong target! Move! Move!
The force quickly redirected toward the actual prison, but the operation had already gone off script. While one team corrected its mistake, the main assault force landed exactly where it was supposed to. The prison was breached within seconds.
We are Americans. Keep your heads down.
Inside one building, 6 sleeping guards were discovered.
The guards were shot before they could react.
Then came an unexpected silence.
The prisoners were nowhere to be found.
Negative items. I repeat, 0 items.
The mission objective no longer existed.
Less than 30 minutes after arriving, the force prepared to leave.
At 2:28 a.m., the raid was over.
Millions of dollars and months of preparation had rescued nothing. The explanation began months earlier. Vietnamese intelligence had received indications that a rescue operation might be coming.
At the same time, severe flooding threatened the region.
The prisoners were relocated to another facility nearly 9 miles away.
Yet American intelligence still believed the camp was occupied.
The prisoners are still there.
In reality, the heat signatures belonged to an ambush force. The trap was eventually removed when the expected attack never came. The billion-dollar intelligence system had been completely outmaneuvered.
The operation was a tactical success and resulted in no civilian casualties.
But that claim did not match what happened outside the prison walls.
Mọi người nằm xuống! Đừng ra ngoài!
Mai, tôi lại trở về đơn vị như bình thường.
By morning, 6 local men were dead. Their memory remains alive in the village to this day. Another family would suffer even more devastating losses. As the commandos withdrew, panic and confusion spread beyond the prison.
Các con ơi, nằm xuống! Children, get down! Mẹ ơi!
A tragedy whose human cost is still remembered today. The scars of Son Tai may have faded, but the memories endure.
Stand by for rapid exit. We are taking fire on approach. Suppressors up! Move out! How many in the village? Where are the VC? Tell me now!